Hello farmers, it's Rever here, and I am back for another episode of Vall Farmer Multifruit. And we are standing down here by the grass field that we just planted, and I was thinking of what I could do, and with no more equipment, I mean, I could buy like a cow. Well, I don't even know if I could buy a cow, could I? And then maybe I could buy a pig or two or some sheep, but that's about it. And it's really not worth, I think, just buying one. And then I really kind of need to get the animals going if I want to get, like manure for the greenhouses or whatever else it is. So what I thought I would do is just fast forward some time until these crops grew. So let's start doing it. Hopefully we'll end up with daytime, but I have a feeling we're going to end up in the middle of the night. So there I go. I'm going to go up to 120%. Now I do have the fast forward mod. The other thing is I wanted to make a spreadsheet today. I'll probably even pause the video at some point here and fill in the numbers. I don't know, whatever notes I wrote down about the numbers for field 13 and calculating out how much it costs exactly per acre, and I do want to get some rough idea if I'm sure it's worth fertilizing, I would hope. Also, I kind of wanted to, there we go. So we grew one spurt there, so that's a good sign. I think we might later in the afternoon have 2 growth spurts. So let's just real quick jump over to here and take a look at where we're at. So yep, these fields are one away. We're going to have to wait on field 53 and 56 since they didn't grow. And then field 13 is also in the darkest green. So momentarily we should have, I would think by what, it's like 7 hours or something. Now this doesn't look like it grew at all. Does it look that way on the map? No, it doesn't look like it grew on the map either. Huh. At least I don't think. I don't know. I'm not colorblind, but sometimes, heck, yeah, that doesn't look like it grew at all. But whatever. Hopefully it grows. I'm sorry. I keep looking at field 47 or 48. Look, that's about the wither, where that did wither. No, remove tops. So they got potatoes out there. So anyway, we shouldn't have too much longer. I guess we could even go up and start getting some of the equipment ready. Yeah, this goofy field here. We're going to have to let that grow to the next growth cycle on part of it so the whole thing's ready to harvest. Anyway, and when it comes to field 13, before I do the harvesting, I want to get the numbers together for you so we could just talk about how much it cost us to plant that field per meter squared. And the one thing about the seeding is that it's very consistent, so you can almost back calculate, if you plant with the same kind of seed. Each seed takes a different amount, but if we do our initial experiments in wheat, then we'll know how many wheat seeds it takes to to plant that field. And we know, by the way, I already calculated out that it's 6,600 and some. Sorry, it's on a spreadsheet. I don't want to get out of the computer, so to speak, get out of the game just to see it. But it's about 6,600 meters squared. And if we know how much seed it took to plant it, then we'll know, exactly how much it costs to, or how many seeds per square acre. And then if we plant another field, we should have look at me. Let's not hook the corn harvester and let's put this corn, let's put the corn harvester in the shed. That's the right thing to do, right? Oh, let me get in the cab. Forgot about that. Oh, I didn't turn it on with the, turn it on. I do want to get to watching. I don't want to fast forward too far. Kind of dilly-dallying here. Oh, there it goes. I can see it switch. Way in the distance, I just saw the fields turn color, so go out and take a look in a second. Well, we'll just head out to a field that we're going to harvest. How's that sound? There we go. This is always fun with this thing. Is my head tracking not working? Oh, because I don't have it turned on. All right, well, that's a good excuse. Once this other video gets done, I'll just take a break real quick. I got to go back out. Okay, stop the game and then get that started. Horrible tram lines. We're definitely going to probably end up paying the money. So I guess we might as well do this field. It's close, right? What is this field? 54. And I don't think I'm going to pay anybody. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it all myself. Let's run down to that grass field and see what's going on down there. Shouldn't leave that thing running, but I don't think it looks like it grew again, does it? At least not without the rendering. It doesn't look green. Well, grass is on a different cycle, so we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Hopefully that wasn't a big waste of time, but there we go. This field will wait another growth cycle. And then in the meantime, we'll get this one harvested. What do we have in this field? It looks like wheat. Let's take a closer look. Crop type. Barley, pretty close to wheat. And that means we'll get a windrow. Hop in here and let's hit this and this and get the GPS going, and then 6 meters I don't think is right. 7.6 it's calling out for. What does the garage say? There it is. Yeah, 7.6. So since we're doing this manually, I think I'll just see what happens if I just go ahead and do it. So let's spin around this way and some more. Got running over that guy's crops. Move it over a bit. Not going to make that much difference, I don't think. That's probably pretty good. Alright, so let's hit B. Let's hit X. Unfold. B, and I want to check. Enable straw swath is off, so I want to put it on. Let's turn this off. Alright, well, I'll harvest this field. Hopefully this other video will be done. Part of its processing is just loading it into the program on my older, slower computer. And then, hopefully, again, by the time I get done this field, I'll just pause in the middle of it or something like that and do my field 13 calculations, so we're ready to go with that, and get my head tracking working, which I probably should have tested before the video started, but I didn't even get in a tractor at that point. Just ran down to the field here. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, this field is done. As you might have been able to tell, I jumped out of the game real quick and got my spreadsheet working and wrote down the numbers and for field 13. And just to give you a real quick summary, if I look over at it, it cost us $1,518 to plant that. So the fertilizer, the liquid fertilizer, took about the same amount both times, which is not terribly surprising. We'll just plop that. Let's back up. Let's turn this guy off. And then let's do the fun driving this thing with the header on. Oop, now let's get out. Let's open up the pipe. See, I don't like this one. I can't see the pipe from here, which is kind of bad. Other than in that little mirror over there, I don't know if you can tell the pipe's out in that mirror. It might be hard to see on YouTube, but all right. So let's jump back over to this guy and unlock my head view. Turn this guy on, and let's see. I don't know. I guess I should have kept a better count of how much of this stuff we actually got. It doesn't really matter, does it? I didn't look beforehand to see how much, if we had any in the bin. I guess I can always go back and look at an old video. I might be able to catch it, but it doesn't matter. Field 13 is the one we want to pay close attention to. I'm not going to get to that one today before I have to go to work. Matter of fact, I'll probably go get started in the next field, so we didn't get all of that in here, which is a bit of a bummer. Let's go dump this off, and then we'll run back down there and get the last little bit of barley. And we can't do that field there. We can do this field 55 there, but I think I'll go down and do, we can't do 56, but we can do 57. So we'll head down to 57 right now. And then we'll head back up to the field that's right there, 55. Get that one done. But first I want to get this barley off because I think it's wheat in the next field. Which means we'll have plenty of windrow to take care of today. And so, if you haven't watched the other videos, the reason I keep talking about field 13, and it has me thinking about it the whole time, is, which is the most profitable crop. So we know how much it cost us to do field 13, and over time we'll keep planting different crops. Now, seems to be, okay, this is done. It was hardly worth the trip, was it? There seems to be a, what do you call it? A variance in how much we get, but I'm kind of curious to see. So in other words, I really won't trust the numbers that we get on field 13 when it comes to the fact that we had the crop destruction and we weren't using the, oops, not too far, weren't using the care tires. Hello, cat. So we'll see what happens, So let's head over to here. I think going straight this way is as good as any other. Get this guy up and out of the way. We'll get this field started. I'll probably have to cut it off. I don't know if I'll have time before I have to go to work, but oops, yeah, this wasn't as good as any other way, but it'll work. There you go. Certainly wouldn't want to go that way with the combine if we can avoid it. And I'll probably just start over on that other side. So let's turn this guy off, and I got to remember to turn these things off. All right, so let's drive this guy over there. It'll be kind of tight in a few places here. So I should probably refrain from talking too much about field 13 until we get over there, but I'll be curious. Obviously, is it worth it? Comes down to how much money you can get for it, for the crops. So we'll have to see. Obviously, the more money, the better, but $1,500 doesn't seem too bad. Now, I don't know how much we'll get off the field for yield. And when it comes to the tram lines, I don't think it's enough data. I think you'd have to repeatedly do it and just get a real good, averaged in order to try to get rid of some of the error. If you did it 10 times, you would be certain to be getting rid of the error there. What do I want to do? I think I just want to go do I think we're going to go around and do a headland. And then what I'll do is when I get over to that other side, which is my longest straightest, I don't think it makes too much difference in this field. It's kind of got two pretty long straight ones. But when I get all the way around, I'll set up the GPS at that point. And then go from there. All right, so let's turn this guy on. Start harvesting what I think is wheat. All right, well, I'll stop rambling. I'll get this field done, and then we'll hop on over to field 55. So that was such confidence. I know which field I mean, even if I don't know the number. Okay, guys, well, somewhat obviously, I think we got this field harvested. Let me get the pipe out real quick, and I think I'll run this tractor, the other tractor down here. And yep, we're all ready to go. Let's turn them on. And now it's up to field 13, so 13's the interesting field, I guess you could say, with our little experiment going on. And while I'm unloading this, I'll get my spreadsheet open, and I'd also like to take a quick look. Oops, I left that combine running. There we go. Oops. Let's do this. Should have probably had the spreadsheet open ahead of time, huh? So, I think what did I say yesterday? Well, it was yesterday in real life, earlier in the episode. All right, there we go. It was $1,500 it cost us to plant this field. I'd like to take a look at this. And let's go to here. So 635 is a good price for wheat. So I think that's the kind of number I'll use for, like, you know, when you say how profitable is it, you know, I'm going to try to sell things off when they're green. So if we even said 600, I think that may be a fair estimated price. You know, so if we figure out we got 10,000 off of this field, I don't think it would be unreasonable to say 6,000 would be the, you know, good price. You know, do we make money? But let's see what happens. I don't know how much we're going to get off of that field. All right, so we have canola. All right, we do have wheat, so even though we got a good price, we have wheat in field 13, so even though we got a good price on it right now, I want to get that harvested first. But do we want to run something else up there? I guess we should. Here, let me do this. Come here. I'm going to turn this guy off. I'm going to come up here just so we're not wasting gas. I don't really have a way of filling up the tractors when they're up here. I want to come here, but I want to look at this. Yeah, I think we just run this grain right up to Golden Pacific grain. If you see that canola price there. Yeah, I think I want to take advantage of that even before we do anything else. And the sunflowers, that's a pretty darn good price on them. And soybeans, I think we just sell off all that stuff. And I mean, again, we got the good wheat price. All right, so that wheat price is dropping too, isn't it? Well, let's go sell this to Golden Pacific grain, wherever that is. So let's go back here and see. Golden Pacific grain, right there at the end of the street. Or more or less. So we went the wrong way, so to speak, so let's just run back over there. I'll talk about field 13 maybe when we run down there. So that was the cost. Yeah, the cost was $1,518. And most of that cost was the 2 liquid fertilizations. And they cost about $815. So the question will be when we, you know, I'm going to plant the field and I'm going to fully fertilize it again this time. And, you know, the question will be, if we didn't fully fertilize it, we would get half as much yield. So sort of really depends on how much, you know, we can't do too much till we figure out how much we'd get off of the field. But if it's in the neighborhood of 6,000, and that means it's actually tripling, well, not tripling, but it's at least doubling our profit to fertilize. So it means it's well worth it. Money. Not a huge amount, but that wasn't a real big field. Didn't take that long to deal with it. So let's get back up here and... I mean, I could just sell off a truckload of wheat. We got more than a truckload. So that price was... Let's make sure we get any of the prices that are dropping. So we'll get back up here. So yeah, it's almost... It seems like it's no doubt that it's going to be better to fertilize it. Oh, and you know what? I didn't count the... In that whole field planting price, the price of the... Ooh, geez. Looking at my spreadsheet. The price of the seeds was $600. So if you're $900, another $73. I know that didn't quite add up, but about 73 of those dollars was the solid fertilizer. So 900-ish was the amount of the fertilization, and 600-ish was the amount of the... All right, let me focus. Be about right. So yeah, yeah, it gives you an idea. So a good chunk of the cost. I have to go forward more. Oh, let me go backward more. There we go. All right, so let's take a look at this again real quick. Oops, this again real quick. So we have no more canola. That price is going up. This price is not going up. So do we want to go over to Denton Bakery and get rid of the soybeans? Oh, this wheat price is going down. Let's go to Denton Bakery with a load of wheat. And that should be a full load of wheat there. So, all right, well, let me run this back. And then once this is done, I'm going to just not even talk. I'll just fast forward the whole thing. And I'll probably go right back to Denton Bakery and sell them the soybeans. Sound good? And then we'll go up and harvest field 13. So I'll see you talk to you in a minute. All right, we're going to get some fuel while we're here. And there we go. So, I'm thinking of... I might just bring this guy down towards Denton Bakery there. And I don't think field 13 is going to need to be offloaded. I doubt we're going to get enough crops to fill that whole thing. Maybe we will. But if we do, I'll just leave this guy down this way. It's just as easy. So we got them all fueled up. And then we need to get that tractor down there. Why don't we just pull off the side of the road here by this guy's field. And we will magically teleport up to this guy. I think I'm going to put the pipe in. I think I'll turn this guy this way a little bit. And let me put on the F1. Might as well fold them up. Switch tools. Oh, I need a header. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have to do this. Let's bring this guy back up to the farm. I forgot this isn't one of those... This isn't a header that unfolds itself and then has little wheels on it. So we'll get up to the farm and we'll get some wheels on it. I need to see about lowering my seat position. This thing. There we go. We made that. And I need to see about filling this guy up. Now, I think, if I'm remembering right... Oh, no, wait. Do we not have... We don't have a header trailer, do we? Oh, me, oh, my. So, I don't know. Maybe we... Well, let's... Do we just try to head there? I mean, it's not like... I don't remember a lot of traffic on these roads. Let's just see what happens. I mean, there is roads all the way up there. I don't... Even though they're narrow, I don't think they're so narrow that we won't make it. We'll find out. If we get past these railroad tracks, we might knock over a couple signs here and there. This isn't the biggest header in the world. So far, so good. Yeah, I'd really kind of want to save the money if we can do it. I don't really want to... I mean, I'd like to get into some animals in a... shortly here. Let's see. Can we make it past this? Yep. That was about the spot I was the most worried about. Trying to stay right smack in the center of the road, which... Good thing there's no police in this game, right? So I think we got a pretty good road. Well, I think we have a wide enough place. The road does become crap up here. Now there's another... Did I forget whether I cheated in a gas truck down here. It'll be a little bit further down. I don't think I did because I'd see it on the map down there, I believe. Or am I just out of touch? I think we're going to make this. The bridge doesn't make you feel too confident. I know it's not going anywhere, but if I had to drive my, I don't know how expensive combine over that thing, I'd be a little more nervous if it was real life. All right, trees getting narrow. Ooh. No. This is where I'm glad it's not real life. That would have cost some money right there. Two trees real close. We made it. I think we're going to make it from this point one way or the other, except I can't really see too well ahead. Hey. All right. I'm going to just hop out for a second so I can line this guy up. Let's turn this back on and then put it back to the, I think this is just regular, so we'll do minus, load course, turn 90 degrees. Let's move it over to the right a bit. That's on a 6 meter thing. Why is, oh, because that's when it's loaded. So let's move it back over the other way. All right, there we go. So I'm going to probably go around to a headland in cab. Oops, let's unfold it. Oop, let's switch to the right implement. Let's not turn on the lights. All right, lights are off. Unfold. Hit B. Turn the GPS on for a second. And away we go. So let's see how much we get off of this field. I'm very curious. Oop, let's make sure we got enable straw swath is now on. Might as well get the money we can get, right? Oops. Oh, come on. Get rid of that. Get that back on. There we go. Hopefully I remember to edit that cough out, though I doubt I will. You could probably hear it in my voice. I've been kind of sick. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. It is the weekend coming up here. This is Friday morning as I record it. And I don't want to be sick all weekend. I'm supposed to go to a party on Sunday, and I have to work a little bit this weekend. But the work a little bit this weekend may be an excuse to head out a little bit early this afternoon. Sleep away this cold a bit. I wanted to point out, I never noticed this before, but notice how on the glance mod up there, if you can see such small writing, it's warning us, it's saying engine is on, which I kind of like. Let's get out of this guy, fold him up, let's turn off the combine itself, let's turn off the engine, and then we'll hop into this guy, which sure enough I left him running, wasting fuel. So that wasn't a bad guess on my part, 10,000, was it? Especially when you consider taking the tram lines out of the equation, we probably would have got 10,000 or maybe even more. So that was part of the experiment. You know, like I said, I'm going to switch to the narrow tires from now on, and let's just see how much we get next time we harvest. So I will write this number on the spreadsheet, and, you know, for the sake of round numbers, we can say that we got about $6,000 for this field. Obviously, it's going to depend on the exact price you sell it at. But if we're patient enough to wait at least till it's at 600, then that gives us an idea. So 1,500, we'll get 4 times as much money as it cost us. So that's pretty good profit. Now, before I go too far, I should probably just check the pricing, because yeah, 600 is still a green price. Do we sell off the rest of it? We still have a little bit. I don't think we need any in particular for the animals that we're going to have. We've got a bunch of barley, but that's not at a good price. Yeah, let's sell the rest of this, whatever's in here. And we'll make it official that we got 6,000. Probably just under. But at least we'll, you know, we'll have a few more bucks. That'll be a couple more. I think I'd like to focus on the cows first. I don't think I need anything exotic for them as far as feed goes. We'll make sure if we don't have everything, we'll make sure we plant it. If anything, I need corn we'll take a look in a second. I'm kind of half forgetting if I need some other kind of crop for them. And look, we still have tracks coming over here. I think we'd have run out of tracks by now. So we got a little tiny bit of wheat. We're not going to be able to afford that many cows anyway, so if we do need wheat, let's just take a look rather than talking. No, so we don't need any of that. We just need grass and hay and straw or silage, which we need power food, so we're going to need a way to make some power food. That's probably our biggest other expense. We already have a water trailer, We definitely have some straw. Grass, I don't know that I baled any grass, but if that field ever grows, we'll have grass. Should probably take a look and see if it grows. So yeah, we almost got 6,000 for it, so for that crop. So I'm switching subjects, but I just before that number went away up top there. Now the other thing to say is because this is wheat, we are going to, oh, and I didn't write that number down. That's all right. I recorded it, so I'll go back and write it in the sheet. At least I'm not that worried about the sheet, but I do want to remember to compare, you know, the exact number. What was it, 9,733 or something? When we don't have tram lines in the field, how much more do we get? If it's 11,000, 12,000, and again, keep in mind, there's a natural variation. I don't know exactly what it's caused by, but it seems to be in Farm Sim 17, just like it was 15. You cut a field 10 times, identical field, and you'll get a slightly different number each time, to the tune of 5 or 10%. So, get this guy parked back up here, and I guess we got to get the baler out, but I'm going to have to go to real life work. And I think we should get the... Get the baler, run all the way up there. Certainly an argument for, let's see if I can get this guy backed in using these mirrors. There we go. Whoa, too far. Did it? Yeah, so it's doable. It's just a little bit painful. It's yeah, there you go. See, nicely parked. Didn't even hit the wall. So we have to get the baler, which I think is over there. Yeah. But before I even do that, let's get this guy out of the way. We'll park him right near the front door here, and we'll hop over to this guy. Oop. I don't know if you get a big copyright strike for that. Let's turn off the GPS. I guess when I say a big copyright strike, the copyright strikes I get are, you used our music, we're going to take all your money for the video, so you can't make any, but it's not like some, you know, you hear about these guys who make, you know, like Jim Sterling, who make a video that they don't like, so they copyright strike it saying you can't use our material at all. And I hit that tree. Not by much, but I hit the tree. Yep, I hit the tree again. You know, so it's I could still play it, but I don't know if I play that music on that radio there. That's, I mean, imagine somebody could come along and say, "No, you can't even show your video," kind of thing. And again, I don't have a problem with. I understand musicians. You know, they have the right to their money. I'm not against that idea at all. But I think it should be a little fair, especially, you know, make it agreeable. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If I get half the money, you get the other half. I mean, half for just, you know, having, let's be honest, this isn't a top 40 song here that we're playing on this. I don't know. I'm sure you guys, I hope you enjoy the music as I play it. I certainly find it would be better with music than just sitting there watching it fast forward real quick. But to take away any effort that the YouTuber has, and again, if I had thousands of you guys watching, it would be more affordable, but even then it'd be more money that they would make and take away. Well, whatever. No sense in complaining about it, huh? Well, I guess there's sense in complaining, I guess, but as much as anything, I'm just letting you know how it works. Oh, I didn't miss that by much, did I? Yeah, I'd have torn this thing up. We wouldn't be bailing, or we wouldn't be using this for a while. Me slamming into things with it. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. A lot of times I remember that. Here, let me lock the view in so it doesn't move if I go to look at what time it is. Like I can look up. Yeah, see, it's definitely time for me to get to work, or get heading to work. But we'll get this guy back to the farm, and then we shall see. It's almost certainly a two-part episode at this point, I would think. And I did want to explain that. I do the two-part episode because I really don't know when I fast forward how long things will be, and it gives me the opportunity to, kind of make them over a half hour and under an hour. All right, I think I'm just going to leave this guy all hooked up because we're going to need him. Whoa, let's hit that. I'm just going to spin him around, park him here. Let's hop out for a second. Oop, let's hop in and turn them off. Might as well fold them up too, huh? There we go, all folded up. All right, so I'll have to go and, next thing will be baling the hay. Probably won't get that much off of it, or straw, I should say. And then we'll talk about some animals. But that'll be the next episode. So we'll finish baling the hay in this episode, and then we'll look forward to some animals in the next one. So there we go. We already got enough straw. I might just sell off some of it. And those are grass. That's right. We do have grass. So we got grass and straw. What I need is hay. So that's what we need to make next is hay. Which means I need a tedder. Oh, heck. Let's be 5 minutes late for work. There we go. So obviously we're not going to get the world's biggest tedder. Where's tedders? Weeders, tedders. Ouch. Well, we get this little guy. Yeah, I think we may just get the little guy, as painful as that'll be. Because otherwise we're going to wipe out our little 47,000, and then let's just go back here real quick and... Oh, that's right. I have to go to the... Oh, no, you know what? I can go to here. So 11,000 for the tedder. It's going to get us down to like 34,000. We can't use up all our money. Now we will have some more crops coming in, so... Oh, cows were down here. It's over there already. Just want to remind myself what the cows cost. What's it, like 5,000 or something? I think right here is where we would do that. Yeah, 5,000 a cow. So I don't know. We may get like 4 of them, and then that'll leave us $10,000 for planting these fields. Which we still have to plant all the fields too. So we'll see. But I'd like to get the cows going, as soon as we can. One last thing to check, and then I got to go to work. Let's just hop over here real quick. Let's turn on grass. Let's zoom into this field. Growth, it hasn't grown. Stupid grass. I don't think it has. I'm going to run out there. At least run far enough to see if it grew. Can't see over that hedge. Come on, get over there. Nope, still hasn't grown. I know that, I'm pretty sure the grass is on a different growth cycle. Oh, you know what? We got a lot of baling to do. You know what? I may call this an episode here, and we'll come back and straw bale. I might go up to field 13 just to be able to add, and I'll sell off everything from 13. We'll have a good idea of how many bales we get. But hopefully this field grows. It's kind of discouraging, isn't it? And then this field will have to grow a bit. So, well, there you go. We might be doing some nighttime planting and whatnot, but we'll have plenty of straw to sell, so we might end up with a couple extra cows from selling all that straw. We'll see. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll come back in the next one, and we'll probably bale and plant. Maybe we'll hold off on getting the cows until everything's replanted. I don't know. We'll see. I'll decide by then. Well, take care of yourselves. Have a good day. Bye-bye.